It's time to go back a few decades, and what better way to get over a rough day than sit in front of the TV with a nice rom-com. Today we'll explore some amazing, light-hearted and surprisingly underrated rom-coms from the 80s and 90s. How about you sit with your parents and ask them all about these movies? We bet they've seen at least 5 out of these. Let's get started. Before we get into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin. Say Anything, 1989. So this 1989 rom-com Say Anything is a pretty sweet movie about 2 young adults figuring out love and life. Lloyd, the main dude, is a grad with no real plan, but he totally falls for Diane, the valedictorian who's jetting off to England. They're an unlikely pair, him with his honesty and her with her ambition, but Lloyd goes all out to win her heart. It's not your typical cheesy teen romance. This film dives into the real-life feelings and messy situations young adults face. Lloyd's like, "What am I doing with my life?" while Diane's dealing with family pressure and her own dreams. The movie gets major props for its character and acting. John Cusack and Iona Skye have this undeniable chemistry that makes you buy their whole journey. And who can forget the iconic scene with Lloyd blasting Peter Gabriel outside Diana's window? Classic. Director Cameron Crowe totally nails the story with a real down-to-earth approach. It's not afraid to show the rough parts of life, but it's also a heartwarming tale about growing up, taking chances, and staying true to yourself no matter what. The Wedding Banquet, 1993. On to the next one. This 1993 movie by Ang Lee dives into the messy world of juggling cultural expectations, family pressure, and the freedom to be yourself. We meet Wai Tung, a Taiwanese dude living in New York with his American partner Simon. They're happy, but Wai Tung's parents back home are nagging him to get married and carry on their family line. Things get hilarious and, well, awkward when Wai Tung and Simon cook up a crazy plan, a fake marriage with Wei Wei, a Chinese artist who needs a green card. Simple, right? Wrong. Wai Tung's parents decide to visit for a fancy wedding banquet in the US and chaos ensues. As the big day approaches, the film gets real about the emotional struggle everyone's facing. Wai Tung feels guilty about lying, Simon feels left out, and Wei Wei gets stuck between her own dreams and the sham marriage. Director Ang Lee masterfully blends humor and drama, showing how these lives and desires clash. The wedding itself becomes a symbol of the bigger cultural clash between traditional Chinese customs and modern American life. It's a wild ride filled with laughter, tears, and some major revelations. The film explores the immigrant experience perfectly, capturing the tension between honoring your heritage and building a new life in a foreign land. Wai Tung's journey is a relatable one, the fight for acceptance and the courage to be your true self. The Wedding Banquet also challenges the typical idea of family, showing a unique bond that defies societal norms, but is still built on love and respect. Wai Tung, Simon, and Wei Wei form an unconventional family, proving that love can come in different forms. The acting is top-notch, with Winston Chow giving a nuanced performance as Wei Tung, caught between 2 worlds. Mei Chin's Wei Wei is both vulnerable and determined, and Mitchell Lichtenstein's Simon brings warmth and compassion to the scene. Their chemistry adds depth to the complex relationships. Ang Lee's directing is subtle yet powerful, with a keen eye for detail and a deep understanding of human emotions. The visuals are completed by a touching score that perfectly underscores the film's emotional journey. The Wedding Banquet was a huge hit, winning awards like the Golden Bear at the Berlin Film Festival and getting Oscar and Golden Globe nominations. It marked a huge turning point in Ang Lee's career and remains a landmark film in LGBTQ cinema. Chances Are, 1989. 1989 rom-com Chances Are throws love, destiny, and reincarnation into a blender and hits frappe. It's a light-hearted story with Sybil Shepherd, Robert Downey Jr., and a whole lot of what-if moments. We start with a young lawyer, Louis, happily married to Corinne. Tragedy strikes when Louis dies in an accident, leaving Corinne heartbroken. Their best friend Philip secretly loves Corinne, but stays by her side. Fast forward 23 years, Louis' soul is reborn as Alex, a college student who stumbles upon Corinne's daughter, Miranda, now also a student. Sparks fly, but things get weird when Alex starts having flashbacks of his past life as Louis. This movie plays with reincarnation in a fun way, mixing comedy and romance. It takes a fantastical idea and makes it relatable, with the actors bringing genuine charm to the whole "my past life is haunting me" situation. Prepare for awkward laughs as Alex deals with his past identity. The romance gets messy too, with Alex caught between Corinne and Miranda, a love triangle that's anything but ordinary. The film also ponders fate and soulmates, asking if someone's connection just can't be broken, even across lifetimes. It doesn't give clear answers, but it leaves you thinking about the possibilities. So, Chances Are is a funny, charming, and slightly ironic look at love that transcends the boundaries of life and death. It reminds us that the best stories aren't just about the plot, but how they're told. With its engaging characters and a unique twist, Chances Are remains a memorable rom-com, offering a light-hearted take on reincarnation and the power of love that just won't quit.
Be aggressive, drive, drive, drive. Fremont power, Fremont pride. Be aggressive.
But I'm a Cheerleader, 1999. Picture this, Megan, the picture-perfect cheerleader dating the star football player. But her world flips when her family thinks she might be a lesbian and ships her off to a wacky conversion therapy camp called True Directions. It's all pink and blue uniforms, strict rules, and hilariously ineffective attempts to turn gay teens straight. Megan meets the campers, including the awesomely rebellious Graham, and starts questioning everything she thought she knew about herself. This movie is a total satire of the whole conversion therapy thing, using humor to expose how ridiculous it is. It also smashes traditional gender stereotypes, showing how silly it is to force people into rigid boxes. Natasha Lyonne and Clea Duvall are amazing as Megan and Graham, and their journey of self-discovery is the heart of the film. Plus, RuPaul as a spontaneously converted ex-gay dude is both funny and thought-provoking. But I'm a Cheerleader was way ahead of its time in showing LGBTQ+ characters not as sidekicks but as the main story. It celebrates their journey to self-love and acceptance, making it a beacon for many. The vibrant rainbow colors throughout the film are a powerful symbol of pride, standing out against the camp's oppressive atmosphere. It's like a visual middle finger to anyone trying to erase someone's true identity. At first, some people thought the film was too silly or in your face, but over time, it's become a cult classic. It's a powerful message about being yourself, fighting for your identity, and the dangers of trying to suppress who you are. The movie is a funny, heartwarming, and important film that tackles a serious topic. Mickey and Maude, 1984. Rob, a TV reporter, is married to the ambitious Mickey, but he longs for a child. He has an affair with Maude, a cellist, and guess what? Both women get pregnant. This film takes a funny look at love, marriage, and the mess that ensues when you try to have two families at the same time. Dudley Moore plays Rob, the guy caught in the middle, and his performance is what makes the movie work. He's a lovable goofball who genuinely cares for both women, which makes his situation even more ridiculous. The humor comes from Rob's desperate attempts to juggle his double life with situations that get progressively more absurd. But it's not just slapstick. The film also explores the deeper themes of fatherhood and societal pressure on men. Think professional wrestler dads, best friends playing cover-up, and a hilarious climax that's both logical and outrageous. While some found it a bit too farcical over time, Mickey and Maude has gained recognition for its wit and Moore's performance. The Best Man, 1999. Harper's a writer whose debut novel is blowing up, but it's based on the juicy secrets of her close friends. He's about to be the best man at his friend Lance's wedding, but things get messy when Lance might discover Harper's one-night stand with his bride-to-be in the book. The movie centers on Harper Stewart, a budding writer whose book, Unfinished Business, was chosen for Oprah's book club. Harper's professional life gets complicated as he gets ready to be his friend Lance's best man at his wedding. Tension develops among his friends as a result of the novel's thinly veiled description of their lives. While Harper is hesitant to settle down, Robin, his girlfriend, is ready for commitment. When old friends get together for the wedding weekend, they open up about their past relationships and secrets, Harper worries about the consequences if her fiancé Lance, a professional athlete, reads the book and finds out about Harper's one-night affair with Mia. This 90s comedy drama is about friendship, relationships, and the drama that unfolds when old secrets come out. Think bachelor party vibes, hilarious situations, and the whole lot of oh no they didn't moments. It's a great movie about growing up, facing the consequences of your actions, and the importance of true friends who stick by you even when you mess up. Plus, it spawned sequels, so you know the story gets good. Best Friends, 1982. Imagine Burt Reynolds and Goldie Hawn as Hollywood screenwriters, Richard and Paula, living and working together for years. They're a great team, but marriage? Paula's not so sure. Richard convinces her, they get hitched, and things get interesting. This funny movie shows what happens when you mix love and work. They travel across the country to meet their families, and let's just say, things get awkward. Picture Paula, accidentally drugged on Valium, and face-planting into a salad at a fancy lunch. Yikes. Back in California, their personal and professional lives clash. Locked in a room by their producer, they fight like crazy, realizing maybe marriage wasn't the best idea. But hey, they finish their script and make up. Best Friends is more than just laughs. It's about how real couples navigate love, work, and the pressure of life. Burt Reynolds and Goldie Hawn are totally charming, and the supporting cast is hilarious. Plus, the directing and writing are top-notch. This film asks the big question, can best friends become spouses without messing things up? It's a funny and heartwarming story that stays with you long after the credits roll. It Could Happen to You, 1994. Charlie, a good-hearted cop, and Yvonne, a struggling waitress. They meet at a diner, and Charlie, short on cash, promises to share any lottery winnings with her. Guess what? He wins big. This feel-good movie shows what happens when Charlie, true to his word, shares his millions with Yvonne. Their lives explode. Media frenzy, instant fame, and a diner turned into a free food haven. But Charlie's wife Muriel, not a fan of sharing. Things get messy, but Charlie and Yvonne's bond grows. The film explores themes of kindness, what money does to relationships, and the joy of giving. Cage and Fonda are super likable, and the story makes you believe in the power of good deeds. It also asks, can sudden fame mess with a good thing? The media paints their relationship as a fairy tale, but the film shows the real struggles. In the end, things work out, leaving you with a warm feeling and the belief that good deeds matter.
Fate! It's a coincidence! It is not a coincidence! It's fate!
Only You, 1994. Iron Man and Aunt May. Well, we knew it all along. Faith believes in true love, thanks to a childhood Ouija board session. Engaged to a boring dude, she gets a call about a Damon Bradley, her destined love in Italy. Next thing you know, she's on a plane with her sister chasing this mystery Damon through Venice, Rome, and the Amalfi Coast. Along the way, she meets the charming Peter, who might or might not be the real deal. This is a funny romantic adventure with Marissa Tomei and Robert Downey Jr. sizzling on screen. They explore the whole is love destiny or choice thing, and Faith learns that sometimes the best things in life aren't always what you planned. The Italian backdrop is gorgeous, the story is light and fun, and the chemistry between these leads is undeniable. It is a movie that reminds you that love can surprise you, even when you're not looking for it. Still Breathing, 1997. Imagine a quirky puppeteer named Fletcher and a jaded con artist named Rosalind. They're worlds apart, but a shared dream pulls them together. Fletcher, a total romantic, believes it's destiny and sets off to find Rosalind, convinced she's his soulmate. This sweet 90s movie follows their journey from San Antonio to LA. Fletcher's a little out there, but his sincerity slowly chips away at Rosalind's cynicism. They explore themes of fate, love, and the power of connection. Brendan Fraser and Joanne Going are great as the unlikely couple. Fletcher's a dreamer and Rosalind's got walls around her heart, but their chemistry is undeniable. It's a reminder that love can blossom in the most unexpected places. The film also has a cool supporting cast and a beautiful soundtrack that adds to the atmosphere. It's a story about believing in something bigger than yourself and the possibility of finding someone who shares your deepest dreams. Somewhere in Time, 1980, Richard, a playwright, stumbles upon a photo of a stunning actress named Elise from the past. He's totally smitten, and a mysterious pocket watch fuels his obsession. The story begins in 1972, when Richard, a college teacher student, encounters an elderly woman who implores him to come back to me, leaving him with a pocket watch. 8 years later, Richard, now a successful playwright, is drawn to the Grand Hotel on Mechanic Island, Michigan, when he discovers the photo of Elise McKenna, a renowned stage actress from the early 20th century. Richard's fascination with Elise leads him to learn more about her life and career. He finds out that she was the mysterious old woman who gave him the pocket watch. Determined to meet her, Richard employs self-hypnosis to will himself back to 1912. In the past, he meets Elise and they fall deeply in love, much to the disapproval of her manager, William Fawcett Robinson. The 80s romance movie is about a love that defines time and reason. Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour are great as the star-crossed lovers, and the music is seriously swoon-worthy. It is a story about believing in the impossible, following your heart, and the power of a connection that transcends everything, even time itself. Despite not getting rave reviews at first, Somewhere in Time has become a cult classic. It's a film that makes you dream big and believe that true love can conquer anything, even the boundaries of reality. One Crazy Summer, 1986. Hoops, a cartoonist wannabe, ditches basketball, his family's thing, for a summer in Nantucket with his buddy. There they meet Cassandra, a rock star on the run, and things get wild. Think wacky adventures, saving her grandparents' house from a greedy family, and a hilarious cast of characters, including some seriously weird twins. It's a total 80s comedy with Joan Cusack and Demi Moore falling for each other amidst the chaos. This movie is all about following your dreams, even if they're a bit crazy. It's funny, heartwarming, and tells you the best summers are the ones filled with unexpected twists and unforgettable friendships. The Truth About Cats and Dogs, 1996. Abby, a smart and funny vet with low self-esteem, falls for a guy over the radio, but she convinces her gorgeous neighbor Noella to pretend to be her on the date. Even though Abby is smart and successful, she has low self-esteem, especially when it comes to her appearance. When Ben Chaplin's character Brian, a photographer, calls her on a radio show and falls in love with her voice and demeanor, her life takes a completely different turn. Abby's insecurities cause her to describe herself using Noella's physical characteristics when he shows an interest in meeting her. The movie starts out as a sequence of touching and humorous scenes where Abby gets Noella to pretend to be her, so she can go on a date with Brian. As Noella and Brian spend time together, Abby keeps winning Brian over the phone with her wit and intelligence. This creates a complex romantic triangle in which Brian is drawn to Abby's intelligence but also attracted to Noella's appearance. This 90s rom-com explores beauty standards and how we often judge a book by its cover. Janine Garofalo and Uma Thurman are awesome as the best friends caught in this crazy situation. O-T-A-N-G-O-T. The Object of My Affection, 1998. Wait, we don't recall watching this episode of Friends. Directed by Nicholas Hayter, the film stars Jennifer Aniston as Nina Borowski, a pregnant New York social worker, and Paul Rudd as George Hansen, her gay best friend. Nina attends a party in the beginning of the movie where she meets George, a charming and attractive first-grade teacher. They click right away and Nina offers George a room in her apartment when he needs somewhere to stay. Their friendship grows stronger and they become an essential part of each other's lives as they coexist. When Nina finds out that she's expecting a child with a controlling boyfriend Vince, her life takes a surprising turn. Nina chooses to raise her child with George because she feels comforted by their friendship and doesn't want to follow Vince's model of a traditional family. This choice lays the groundwork for an endearing but intricate story in which Nina starts to feel a romantic connection with George. Marvelous Verdict. That was quite a ride into the past, a time when movies were simpler and maybe funnier, but that's just an opinion. What we've seen till now is that movies were super light-hearted back then. Any boomers in the comments section who would like to add some more, let us know down below. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.